I'm Fire Chief Tom Forward. On this month's edition of On Scene with Tampa Fire Rescue, we'll take a close-up look at a recent Tampa Bay Regional Domestic Security Task Force full-scale drill held in the Port of Tampa. The drill is designed to exercise the explosive ordnance disposal and hazardous materials teams in Hillsborough County. For more on this training exercise, let's go on scene with Captain Bill Wade.
Well, thanks, Chief. As you know, Tampa Fire Rescue is a member of the Tampa Bay Regional Domestic Security Task Force. Now, this RDSTF, as it's called, was founded in September 2001 after the terrorist attacks in New York City and Washington, D.C. The idea behind the RDSTF is to have a regional effort to not only respond to, but also to combat any terrorist attack in this community. Now, the scenario that's playing out here today is we're in the Port of Tampa, and there appears to be some type of chemical attack occurring in Terminal Number 3, one of the cruise terminals. Let's take a look at what's going on. Let's talk to some of the folks involved and see why this drill is so important. The initial response to this exercise has a couple of sheriff's deputies on scene, along with members of the Tampa and Hillsborough County Hazardous Materials team. These first responders will assess what is happening inside the terminal and call for additional help as needed. Captain Sherry Atkins is with the Tampa Police Department Special Operations Bureau. Captain Atkins tells us about the importance of many agencies working together under the banner of the Regional Domestic Security Task Force.
Basically, it's a collaboration between all the different agencies around here: fire, emergency management, and law enforcement, federal, state, and local, in several different regions. Because one agency can't do it alone. If we have a situation in the area, we all have to collaborate together in order to combat it. Because we have to be prepared. We have to be ready in case somebody tries to attack us. We
asked Captain Atkins what is the importance of this type of drill to the police and fire department responders.
One is to exercise what they've been practicing over and over and over, and two, to know that when it's time, they are ready to go. When we all practice together in these exercises, that makes us sure-footed when it really happens.
Larry McKinnon is with the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office. He tells us what the bomb squad members will be doing at this drill.
Well, they're a significant part of the overall package that's here today. They're going to look for any type of hazardous devices, any type of chemicals, suspicious packages, anything that looks out of the ordinary that may need some special attention because of its explosive nature.
We asked Deputy McKinnon why so much time and energy is placed on drills such as this.
Well, it's always important to practice and prepare before a real event occurs so that the mistakes, the shortcomings that may occur are exposed during a training exercise. So when the real event occurs, they'll be prepared and already have those bugs worked out.
When every moment matters and a life is saved, when someone gives blood, when a hand reaches out, that moment when heartbreak turns to hope, you're there through the American Red Cross. Down the street, across the country, around the world, you help save the day. Every day. Your support truly matters. You can help today. Visit redcross.org.
Training for terrorism is not the only kinds of events that we can simulate here in the port. Aboard the SS American Victory, firefighters in training are learning how to search for trapped victims.
Chief, here's the situation going on inside the ship today. The firefighters are going through this tiny hole behind me, down 30 feet to search for a victim. Down in the hold, it's completely black. There's no light at all. There's only the echoing sounds of their voices and the bangs that they're making as they work their way around the metal of the ship. We're going to try to look down there to see what type of rescue techniques they're using, and then afterwards we'll also be able to show you the techniques they use in the dark up here on the deck, where you can see it and appreciate the work that's going on down below. Out on the dock, instructor Chris Stark explains to the students what is expected of them. Then, once inside, the dark, tight, and hot conditions make working tough. Wearing more than 60 pounds of protective gear, the rescuers in training have to climb a ladder 30 feet straight down. At this time, you're not watching a blacked-out video. You are seeing and hearing what these students can see during their training exercise. In total darkness, they are searching a large area for a victim.
And you listen to you.
What you cannot experience is the heat and the stress of working under such conditions. Susan Roger is a student with the Leary Tampa Fire Partnership Academy. We asked her what made this training environment different from the maze at the Fire Academy grounds.
This was a little different because we were in a more confined space when we got dropped down in, and then there was teams of 3 where when we went through the maze we went by ourselves. So we had to work as a team and had to have good communication in order to find the victim, rescue them, and bring them back out. We have a way that we do things where we either do a right-hand search or a left-hand search. I went down with a right-hand search, and I had 2 teammates behind me, and we just had to communicate. I had to let them know whatever obstacle was coming up, how many feet things were, and then when I found the victim, I communicated that. We make a chain with our bodies while I stay on the wall so we do not lose our point of contact. They then roped him, got him in a harness, and pulled him back, and we got him out.
Jesse Oates is another student at the Tampa Fire Academy. He has just finished his turn searching for and rescuing the victim. We asked him, how do you move a trapped victim under such harsh conditions, and how physically draining is this type of effort?
Well, in the Tampa Fire Academy, they taught us a move called shooting the crouch, where the other rescue was up at the front of the body, and I go lower in between his legs, putting my shoulder under his knee, and my other arm on the outside of his other leg, opposite leg, and my leg on the outside of the opposite leg. And when he counts, 1, 2, 3, I push using my legs instead of my back, and while he pulls simultaneously, and we move the victim. It's pretty intense. It's approximately somewhere in the range with the pack and the gear and the boots and the helmet, approximately 60 pounds. So, I mean, you definitely have to be in physical shape. You have to exercise, and your cardio has to be healthy. So with those things in the academy getting us ready for it, there's no problem.
Leading today's class is Sean Day. He told us why it is so important to use this vessel for training and how the fire gear and the ship combine to provide the students with a unique experience.
We do have some buildings at training that we can simulate some type of shipboard firefighting, but with this ship that they allow us to come and use, we've got the engine room that is very dynamic. You can't really imitate that kind of a situation out at training, but with all the different confined spaces, the different shuttle hatches, and the things that we have to go in and out of to maneuver through, makes it unique in being able to use this ship as opposed to trying to imitate this out at the training division. The way that we are dressed right now with just regular attire on, when you look at the bunker gear that a firefighter wears with their boots and their jacket, the added weight to it, now they have to put on an air pack on their backs, which now not only adds extra weight, it makes them much more bulkier in size. And when you have to go through these confined space areas and down these shuttle hatches and going on a ladder, it's very, very tight. So you go from confined space to extremely confined space now that you're completely bunkered out. So again, that creates another unique training environment for these students that when put in these situations, that they have to maneuver and work themselves through those tight areas.
The Tampa Fire Academy would once again like to thank the American Victory ship for allowing us to train Tampa firefighters on their vessel. Now, the SS American Victory is open for public tours several days a week. Check out their website for more information. Chief, back to you at the helm.
Firefighters train on a regular basis to help people at the worst of times. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Scene with Tampa Fire Rescue.